forcing your 4-year-old to sit there and trace letters on a worksheet makes you want to cry, stop! You don't need a worksheet to teach your child how to read. In fact, for kindergarten readiness, we want hands-on play, not paperwork. Welcome back. I'm Aja. If you're new here, I'm an educational specialist with over 15 years of experience, and my passion is helping you teach your child to read with confidence and joy. In my last video, we talked about kindergarten readiness and what that actually looks like. Spoiler alert! It's not just about academics, but today I want to get really practical with you. I know many of you may be thinking, okay, Aja, I want to get them ready, but how do I actually teach phonics without it becoming a battle? And the answer is games. God wired our little ones to learn through play, to learn through movement, and to learn through touch. So today I'm going to share 3 of my absolute favorite hands-on phonics games that require 0 worksheets, very little prep, and they are actually fun for your little one. And stick around to the very end, because if you aren't sure exactly which sounds your child knows or where to actually start, I have a free tool that's going to be a lifesaver for you. Let's dive into it. Game number 1, paper cup word builder. This is a classic game for a reason. It is tactile. It makes this satisfying sound when you begin to move the cups, and it also visually demonstrates how words are built. Here's what you need: a stack of paper cups, styrofoam or plastic works too, and you need a permanent marker. That's literally it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Here's the setup. On a rim of 1 cup, you're going to write a vowel. Let's start with the letter A. On 2 other cups, you're going to write consonants. I'm going to start with the letter C and the letter T. Now you're going to stack them in order to spell the word cat. C-A-T. Have your child touch each cup as they say the sound. K, A, T. Then slide them together to blend it. Cat. Now here's the magic. You are going to create a second cup with a different beginning sound. Let's write the letter B, let's write the letter M, and let's write the letter S on the rim of a single cup. Of course, you want to space these letters out so you can actually rotate them. Ask your child, if we change the K to B, what word do we have now? B-at, bat. Spin it again. At. Mat. Why this works? Well, in the educational world, we call this manipulating phonemes. That just simply means changing up sounds. Your child is physically seeing that words are made of individual sounds. And when you change one part, just that beginning part, the entire meaning of the word changes. Now here is a teacher tip for you. If your child is just now starting, stick to what's called CVC words. That means consonant, vowel, consonant words. Don't throw in a word that ends with the letter E. Don't throw any complicated blends. Just keep it simple in order to build their confidence. And if they get frustrated, turn it into a tower building game where they have to say the sound in order to earn the cup for their tower. Once again, you got this, sis. Next up is the spin and spell word families activity. This is perfect for children who are starting to recognize letter sounds but struggle to actually blend them smoothly. We're going to focus on word families only. These are words that share the same ending pattern. Like, for example, the family AT, all end in the at sound, or the family OP, all end in the op sound. You take a paper towel roll or even a toilet paper roll. On the right side, you're going to write the ending. Let's do og for the word dog, log, and frog. Then you're going to take a strip of paper and wrap it around the left side. Secure it with just a little bit of tape, but make sure that you can spin. On this strip, you're going to write your beginning letters. Hand this to your child. It feels like a little machine or a little toy. Have them spin the wheel. Oh, look, what letter is it? Is that the letter L? Ooh. And what does the ending say? Og. Can you put these 2 sounds together? Ooh, og. Log. This is a powerful tool because it reduces the cognitive load on a child. They don't have to sit here and decode the entire word every single time. If they know the ending sound is always og, 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 all they have to do is focus on changing and blending the beginning sound with the rest of the sound. It starts to build reading fluency so much faster than just reading random words on a page. Plus, you can decorate these. Let them color the two, put stickers on it, make it their special reading tool. Now, here's another teaching tip. Make sure that the words you create are real words at first. Later on, you can pretend and play real versus nonsense words. And you can have them read words like zog or tog or even, I don't know, bog. But at first, you want to build up reading confidence and reading fluency by having them actually practice real words. Our third game is one of my favorite if you have a high energy child. If you have a boy who just simply can't sit still or a girl who just wants to go outside and run, then this is the game for you. It is called the leaf sound hunt, and you can do this with real leaves outside or even paper leaves inside if it's raining. Grab some leaves, write a single letter on each leaf. You want to mix up vowels and consonants, and then you're going to scatter them around the yard or even hide them around your living room. The rules are very simple. They have to run, find a leaf, and then bring it back to whatever you label as base. But in order to put it in the basket, they have to tell you the sound that the letter makes, not the name. We want the sound. So they run up holding the leaf with the letter P. They don't just say P, P, P. They'll say P, 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 and then drop it in your basket or bucket or wherever you're having them collect the leaves. Once you have a basket full of leaves, you're going to dump them out and see if they can actually build a word. Look, we found a T, we found an A, we found a P. What does that spell? Tap. This combines gross motor skills like running, grabbing, with cognitive skills that allow them to use their brain. When we engage in whole body learning, the brain remembers so much better. Plus, it gets them outside and off of screens, okay? It breaks the cycle of frustration where they feel stuck in a chair. If they get a sound wrong, who cares? Just say, oh, that one actually makes the sound like mommy, and keep playing the game. Listen now, sis. Kindergarten readiness is not about how many worksheets your child completes. It's about nurturing a love for learning and building a strong foundation. Whether you're sliding cups, spinning paper rolls, or even running around the yard with leaves, you're doing the important work of teaching your child how to read. Now, if you try these games and realize, I'm not actually sure what sounds my child actually knows, or you say, I don't even know if they're ready to blend sounds yet, then I have something for you. I have created a completely free phonics assessment. It's a simple tool you can use at home in just less than 10 minutes and see exactly where your child is at. Do they know their letter sounds? Are they ready for CVC words like cat, bat, tap, etc.? It takes the guesswork out of it. You can grab the free Phonics to Face assessment down below in the description. Or simply comment, Aja, help! If you found these games helpful, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm sharing new homeschooling and reading tips every single week to help you teach with confidence. You got this, mama. I'll see you in the next video.